Okay, what I'm trying to do is solicit some help from someone out there that knows more about recording than I ever will. I've made some modifications to this Chester, this Chinese Les Paul. Okay, this is the Chinese Les Paul. Alright. We call them Chesters because they're fake. So instead of a Lester, like the term used for real Les Pauls, we call them Chesters. Chinese Les Paul by Gibson, since they're fake Gibsons. Okay? And the main difference of these guitars is that the sound of the original guitars really stinks. Okay? Plus there's some, other defects with them, because you only pay like for this one I think I paid $250. I paid, I think, another $100 for a case and shipping from China. So $350 got me this guitar, okay, and a case. A great case, but a case. Also, I put into this guitar, okay, 4 long shaft Gibson 500 potentiometers I had laying around. So I replaced the ones that were in there, which were Chinese potentiometers labeled A and B. The B potentiometer, which I was told by Gibson and other people, so they said this doesn't exist. Well, it does exist. The B potentiometer does exist. I have 2 of them here to show you, possibly if they show up on their camera. I've got another video that shows a better shot of them. If I can focus in on this or not. I don't spend much time trying to do it. Anyway, I can't focus in right now. Anyhow, I've got another video shows the B stamped onto it, and it goes on a voltmeter. It goes from 1, or it goes from 0 to 10. Okay, and it's used on the volume of these guitars, these Chesters, right? And the A potentiometer on these Chesters goes from 0 to 500. But they don't go that far. They only go to like 440, 420. They're not that good. Now those B ones, they did go up to 10. So I was surprised. But even though they said 10, I still replaced them and got better sound and better volume from the Gibson 500Ks. Okay? So I want to show the difference, or actually make it heard the difference, of the sound between the Chester I modified and this guitar, the Epiphone. Okay, this made by a subsidiary of Gibson, Epiphone, right? Even says Gibson on the nut cover, or the rod cover, right? This is the little Epiphone Special that Gibson's touting right now to be their new modified GT. This is about a year ago. I contacted Gibson and told them I was making these modifications and I wanted their help, which they pretty much denied. Because I said to them, I want to show the fact that this plywood piece of shit can sound as good as a Les Paul, because it's solid body, it's solid wood, just like a Les Paul. No, it's not carved, but that carving doesn't mean shit when it comes to sound. What means shit is the electronics behind it. That's the only thing that makes a difference, is the electronics in this guitar and hardware, okay? Strings, things like that, not the damn wood. Okay? Hollow body or semi-hollow, yeah, that would make a difference. Not these, okay? And on 2 sound analyzers that I used, they came out virtually the same. Not just using my ear, mind you. Sound analyzers, virtually the same, except for this little Epster put out more dBs and volume than my studio Les Paul. That's a 2008. Very, very nice, expensive guitar compared to this thing. Okay. Now, you ask yourself, why'd you spend, $360 to make this piece of shit, sound like, Les Paul? To prove a point that people are spending too much money for these things. It's ridiculous. $3,000 for a guitar is ridiculous. It's just not there, folks. The money's not there. The value's not there. Okay? And that thing about tone is can be bought and purchased using the right parts in the guitar. But I have failed to show that yet in a sound recording, and that's what I want your help with, okay? First of all, what I've got to work with are a little clip-on voice mic that works with my iPhone and makes really crummy recordings and videos. I don't know if I can focus it. It's called GigaWare. It's a $3 mic. Okay, very simple, but it does do some decent voice work. Except that playing it in front of a amplifier overpowers it and just blows it away. Okay, even on slow, simple settings, it can't take it. All right, this volume turned down to 1 or 2, it can't take it, and it sure can't show the difference, or you can't hear the difference between the two guitars, which I want to happen. All right. And I've got another mic over here. Let me just clip back on again. Another mic. It's an old condenser mic. It's almost like a toy. Okay. Now to show you this, I got to move the camera, so bear with me. All right, because I got this thing taped to my laptop. Otherwise, it'll fall down. Now, what I've got to show you is a very nice true sounding Marshall amplifier that's very nice for over $300. It's one of the best ones. Okay, I'm getting focus, and it's got all kinds of inputs to it: CD, copies, play, whatever. It's one of the newer ones. Okay, and I've got this little condenser mic here. All right, set up on a homemade stand made of coat hanger. Very simple to do. If you're in a band, you know how to do this. You're missing a mic stand, make your own in 30 seconds. Very economical and serves in a pinch. Anyway, I've got these two mics to record in stereo, if it's at all possible. I don't have its last idea. Okay, and I've got all kinds of software to use as well that comes with my laptop. Now, originally, I've got this, I don't know if it's in focus or not, I've got this stuff called Realtek HD, for, recording, okay? I can't tell this in focus or not, I'm sorry, because it's hiding next to the view. And I've got this, okay, and it has things such as, different types of things with it, such as it's got different type of recording availability to it. You can do a sound equalizer or environment sound effects, such as you're in a manhole, you're in a bathroom, you're in a stadium, you're in a brick room, you're in an auditorium. You can just make it sound like karaoke and raise the treble on it until you sound like Mickey Mouse or Alan the Chipmunks. You can do rock, you can do club sound, you can do live music, you can do pop. Now, I've tried it on live and generic, okay, because along with these common ones here, there's like 60 others that come from this down menu. If you can see those at all, I don't know if you can read these or not, but quite a long list underwater, for God's sakes, whatever you want, right? So I've got this along with the microphone adjustments that can beef up the mic if I want to 30 decibels, boost, okay, and to record on either a stereo setup or not, because there's my left and right setup, if I know how to do that. I just really don't know how. Also, now we're really going to go blind here. Blind is just showing you what I've got here. Now, I've got this, okay? I've got Audacity, right, which is a nice, simple recording software. If it'll come up. Come on, baby, pop up. Okay. Very simple, but it's got all the gimmicks with it. Okay. Tracks generate, and go 24 tracks. It can do effects, boost, repair, fade in, fade out, invert, levelers, you name it, analyze, do all the good stuff. That's what I use for analyzing part of the sounds the guitars were making, okay, on a contrast. I've got this, Okay. Or I've got Wave Pad. Okay, that comes up. I got Wave Pad. It's a nice one. I've got Mixpad Audio Mixer. Come on up, baby. Show it to them. Okay, Mixpad Audio Mixer available. I've got Burn Express. I've got you know, I've got all the software needed to do this job. Okay, let's go back to the YouTube. I just need to know how. Okay, how do I set up a stereo mic using these pieces of junk? Is it even humanly possible or mechanically possible to make this thing happen right? Okay, that's what I'm asking you. All right, and I sure appreciate the help, and I know from experience that people on YouTube, once they see your request for help, they're more than happy to jump in with their expertise and help you solve these little problems. Okay, because my gripe basically is still with Gibson saying, you're making these kids pay a fortune for these guitars, and basically it's all bogus. It's all false market. Okay, it's like when you buy a diamond ring, right? You're not buying a diamond ring because it's rare. You know, you're buying a diamond ring because its market's been protected by De Beers. It's not worth 20 cents actually when you come down to it. Most diamonds these days, with all the crud inside them. Of course, the one thing genius about the diamond market is that they were able to protect it and not let it go to shit. You know, if they had flooded the market with them, you could buy a 2-carat diamond ring for $50 because they're available by the bazillions, especially from Russia. Of course, that's really what scared De Beers when Russia held their diamonds. It's like, oh my God, they're going to flood the market and we're not going to make any more money. We're not going to be bazillionaires anymore. Well, that's a lot of what's happening with these musical instruments, with these reputations. Now, don't get me wrong, Gibson makes a nice guitar. I've got them. I like them. Okay? But they're not anywhere near worth the kind of money they're charging these kids for, based upon, this mythology. And that's all it is, it's mythology. And what I'm trying to get across out there is, kids, you can make your own Les Paul, okay, with a Chester, with a fake Gibson, or with that little Epiphone. And they sell them right now, at Gibson, little Epiphones. You can get one for like $300, with the special, hot electronics, Like I said, these came out, I think, about a year after I started asking questions and really getting into their ass about, these costs of these guitars going up, being one of their owners of these things and previous spokesperson. Anyway, that's what it's all about. It's just, protecting the money and making sure your kids don't get ripped off. Anyway, anyone that come up with help, I'll be definite to supply you with a, credit for helping me get this thing done. Okay? And I sure appreciate all your help, believe me. Okay? So have a good one and send in your information and suggestions. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.